Good morning, WBAM radio. Morning, Jen.
Good morning. What the hell was all that?
Exercising my lungs. It's like a muscle.
Ah, ah.
Where
You
did you
know what?
fall on the list? Are you on the
I
cool
haven't.
table?
I haven't even looked.
You're not at the cool table. You're at a cool table, but not the cool table. First
Hmm.
number on the list is the head of the table that they're at. So clearly, I'm the head of that cool table.
It
I'm
must be
121.
you.
Then you are 145. 145. It doesn't even add up to like 11 or nothing. Trying to give you something with your number, but it's just not a good number. So you'll probably win today.
I don't know if if you subtract 4 from the 5, if you go
Oh,
backwards
there
and
you
you,
go. Then it leaves you with 1 1.
yeah,
I knew we would get there somehow.
that's just the way my brain works.
I got up late today.
I did too.
I was up and then I fell back to sleep by accident. So I got nothing
Uh,
done. And I got a dentist appointment, so I had to get a shower. Normally, if I have stank balls, I don't care if I go to work. But if I'm going to be sitting in a dentist chair, I don't want to have stank balls. I want to be clean. The dentist fell and broke his ribs.
oh God.
Yeah. So it's just the hygienist who doesn't like me. But
Neither does the dentist.
well, no, he does. But
No.
it's possible that she doesn't like anybody.
You're not going to try to turn this around and make it all about the hygienist being a
I don't.
negative.
I think she is. How can she not like me?
Well, that's what I'm trying to tell you. The dentist doesn't like you either. You see,
I
it's
paid
it's
for a
not
whole wing of his
it's
house.
not
I think he
them.
loves me.
It's not them. It's not them. It's you.
No, no. Clearly, that's not the case. But we are down to 183, so somebody else
We are.
left.
Left last night or early this morning.
I don't know who
He
Lanny
hasn't.
is.
Lanny had not been active. Gosh, probably for a year. Um, since we kind of first started. He kind of came
Mm-hmm.
around back then. He was a friend of Nip's.
Nick.
Nip,
Nips.
Nips,
Oh, Nips.
Nips,
Okay. Nip, I
Nip.
know.
Yep.
Nips, I know.
He and Nips were buddies. I think they just knew each other from a previous group or something. But anyway, yeah, Crimson Cloud.
Yes, that's the name I saw that left. Why are
Yeah.
you up at 6 a.m., Puddin'? You ain't got a kid at home, do you? You ain't shoveling her off to school.
What are you talking about? 6 a.m.
Puddin', she's up at 6 a.m. The hell's wrong
Okay.
with her?
I don't know. I'm assuming I'm missing something in chat is what I'm doing
Yeah, it
because
said she was awake at 6 a.m. and she needs more sleep. Well, it's free. You don't have to pay for it. You just have to take it. Everything is free when it comes to sleep. Trust me. We have great advice on this show. That's why it tells you in the show description to please heed everything we tell you. Invest where we tell you to invest.
I I got some bad news.
You do? Yeah.
I'm afraid I think I'm getting sick.
Uh-oh. But I put new tires on my trailer.
Oh, are you hearing my
Well, you got till Thursday to figure it out, which is tomorrow.
tomorrow? I'm I'm okay. I just don't know if I'll be able to sing.
Oh, okay. Well, I don't want to catch nothing.
Well, you ain't gonna be kissing me.
We'll have to be using your doorknobs. I don't know what you do to your face and your fingers and your hands. That's how doorknobs spread more disease than the mouth.
I do.
Nasty.
And then it could be nothing. It could just be that I snored really hard last night.
So Puddin said she didn't get to bed till 1 a.m. So I'm
That
gonna
is still, she's still got 5 fucking hours, which is two
right,
fucking hours more than I fucking usually get. I don't want to hear
and
her
she'll take a nap
bullshit
here in a little bit
whining.
too. No, she was probably up banging Pat all night. Poor guy. He has to work in the morning, but she has needs.
He took today off, remember?
Oh, that's right. They were up partying at the concert.
Uh-huh.
Yeah,
Uh-huh.
the Pink Floyd thing. That's
Yeah.
right.
Bird cow.
Yeah, I was in a hurry, so when I get in a hurry, my brain forgets everything that happened in the last 24 hours. I was
That's called
rushing around.
dementia.
It is, but I've had it my entire life, so I don't know what it is.
Early onset.
Very early birth. She was at a we know you were banging Pat at a concert. I get it. You guys are probably doing it in the crowd. Did you flash your titties to the lead singer? That's all I want to know. If you didn't, you are not a fan.
Did you see the pictures on Facebook?
I did see some of them. Yes,
Yeah. Well,
Pat
did you
tagged
see
me and Coney in some of them.
Pat's face?
I didn't zoom in on them or anything.
Oh, Pat got laid.
For sure. Yeah.
Oh yeah. They were banging at the concert. Pat definitely. And Tisha looks a little ooh, that look of I'm high that women get after they
Oh, that picture. Yeah. Yeah.
yeah, Tisha's fucking high.
Yep. Finger
They
banged.
did, didn't they?
Britt
They
Floyd.
totally.
Yep. Britt Floyd got Pat laid.
Mm-hmm.
He didn't go to work. I'd have Kevin smell his fingers. We want proof. Oh God, I was watching this. This is so gross. I shouldn't even tell you this story, but so we were listening to this podcast because we were driving in the car the other day.
Who's we?
Barkley and I.
Okay.
And it's always true crime shit. That's what rings her bell.
Mm-hmm.
So we're listening, and this guy, he gets caught in the park with this girl, and it's an inappropriate relationship. But they didn't get caught. He just the cop just looked over at him and said, something's not right. So he walks over towards him. And they were already trespassing because it was after curfew. So he had a reason to approach the guy. So he approaches the guy. The guy just walks away from him. So he catches up to him like, hey, what the fuck are you doing? Blah, blah. So it leads to them this guy getting arrested. And this girl, just basically rats him out. She was involved in it, but she wasn't old enough to be involved in it.
Right.
So she's like, yeah, we kissed and, he fingered me and all this and that. And the cops are like, okay, I can't remember the word they used, but before evidence can go away, if it's evidence that can deteriorate, without a warrant, they are allowed to take it. They just aren't allowed to test it until they get the warrant. You know what I mean? So they were allowed to
Right.
swab his hands and all that.
Right.
So they swabbed his hands. They said when they walked out of the room on the camera, he started smelling his fingers. Fucking guy. Of course, he ends up going to prison because he's a piece of shit. But that's so fucking nasty.
Oh my
Oh,
God.
I know, right? And he doesn't know that they have a camera in there. Well, what happened was, no, I got the story all fucked up. They weren't sure where to swab, so they told him they knew. And then when they walked out, then they saw which fingers he smelled. So they swabbed those fingers and caught him. Yeah, they got the evidence they needed off of him. So it was, and the story ends so horribly because I'm going to tell you the whole story because it's fucking terrible.
Okay.
So the girl,
I mean, we left terrible around here.
Yeah, the girl testifies against him. He goes to prison, right?
Okay.
So the guy says, 2 years later, he gets a call. This detective gets a call from the girl's mother again. And she's like, we've got a problem. And the guy's like, what now? He's in prison. Well, as it turns out, the girl, who is now 15, so she was 13 at the time of all this, she's now 15,
Shit.
is having sex for money and cigarettes with that guy's dad,
Oh.
who lived also in the same apartment complex that they all lived in, right? So they confront the dad. He confesses. He's like, "Listen, this has been a terrible mistake from the word go. I don't know what the hell is wrong with me. It was, I hate my life. She came along. It was my little ray of sunshine." So he goes to prison too. But she doesn't want to testify because she didn't want to rat him out because she liked the money and the cigarettes, right?
Right.
So she didn't want to rat him out. So they had to do this whole ruse to get, they had someone else call her and get her to admit that it was going on in order to get to that guy and anything. Anyhow, he goes to prison too. But she finally decides that it's okay to testify. So she goes to the grand jury and she testifies to the grand jury about what was going on with the money and the cigarettes and the sex and all that.
Mm-hmm.
And she felt so good afterwards, like such a burden had been relieved from her, that when she ran out of the courthouse, she jumped onto the metal railing of the staircase and tried to slide down and ended up falling 2 stories onto her head.
Oh.
So she ended up getting she lived and she wasn't paralyzed, but she had a metal plate in the front of her fucking head because she did a 2-story scorpion onto a concrete floor. It lived. But she ended up going to prison a bunch of times and she has a terrible life. Terrible story. Terrible story. But could you imagine going through all that and then fucking falling off a railing 2 stories, 2 floors, whatever?
Well, I had a very, very bad, mean thought when you said that.
Like what?
When you said that she lived and she had a metal plate in her head.
Mm-hmm.
I said nobody wanted to fuck that pretty little face anymore.
He said, well, as it turns out, the cops, like, you couldn't even tell. She looked exactly the same after the surgery. Yeah, he said they did such an amazing job that you couldn't even tell.
Wow.
Yeah, I was on the fence about feeling sorry for her too.
Once, yeah. Twice, and when she's doing it.
Oh, there was way more than twice. That's just what she got caught with.
Right. But,
yeah.
And she thought, oh, that there's one sucker, and dad probably is too. No. When you're doing it for your own right. benefit, that's prostitution. I don't care.
Yeah.
If you're old enough to know what you're doing, you're old enough to know what you're doing.
And of course, there were neighbors in this apartment complex. So her mother was a single mom doing, the mother was friends with these 2 guys. But
I'd say she was more than friends.
She was probably more than friends.
Yeah.
But it was probably just this whole fucked up situation. And she got raised in that. So I kind of don't blame her. She never had a chance, right? Right? She never had a chance.
Well,
had a normal life. There's no way.
Probably not. But I mean, there
was definitely poor decisions made, but she never had a chance.
There are lots of people who were born in terrible situations like that, and they don't all choose that path.
You're right, they don't.
I mean, they may not have incredible lives, but they don't spend their life in prison. They don't. They may end up having kids and giving them terrible lives. I mean, that's just what happens. But they're not all criminals that make that poor decision.
Now she has the TBI to blame it on, but she was clearly had done that path anyway. Clearly.
Oh, and no doubt she uses TBI quite often.
I'm sure. Which I feel bad, and I don't feel bad.
I do not feel sorry for this girl.
I do sometimes.
Part
of the story.
I mean, if someone is truly taken advantage of, and it can happen more than once.
It can.
But when you're benefiting,
it's like,
I don't care.
That's like prison life already, right? Having
right.
Sex
to
for
her,
cigarettes.
At 13, cigarettes are a big deal because she can't get them any other way.
They ended up painting the father, the guy's dad, as kind of semi-sympathetic. He was like, because he didn't fight him at all. He was like, I hate my life. I hate my wife. I hate my job. He's like, I can't wait to go to prison to get away from this fucking shitty life. That's what he said.
I've been there.
And he admitted it all. And he was like, just lock me the fuck up. Let's get it over with. and he's out, and they said they haven't heard from him since. He was a plumber, so he was doing okay.
It's always the plumbers.
I'm like, if you hate the guy, he must have hated plumbing. I mean, plumbing's a terrible job, right?
Well, it must be.
There's a reason nobody goes into it.
Shitty.
Shitty.
It's shitty.
Yeah, it's not as shitty as the septic tank guy.
Well,
and the porta potty guy. That's a pretty shitty
the porta
job.
potty guy's got it pretty bad, I guess. But the septic tank guy, I mean, it's
the same guy.
Well, yeah, but they're different jobs.
Yeah, but it's just a different stop on your route. They use the same trucks. They use the same vacuum system to vacuum those things out. It's gross.
Then I'm not thinking. I'm thinking the porta potty guy that like actually has to transport them shitty things.
Oh, hauling them around wouldn't be bad.
Oh, I think that'd be terrible.
But they have if they have permanent ones or ones that, like, when we built our house, I rented one month to month. It was here for a year, so they stopped every month and drained it, cleaned it, and moved on. They sucked the stuff out with one of those trucks that they use to suck the septic out. Also,
right?
Yeah, I mean, same guy.
That would be it's a stinky job. It would be. It would just.
The porta potties wouldn't be as bad because they got that blue shit that somewhat kills the smell. You can't kill every smell. I was going
to say, no, it doesn't. But you know what makes a porta potty smell so bad is pee.
Pee, yeah. Well, urine's full of ammonia.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's really bad though are the rest stops or the like.
Oh yeah, the waterless ones.
The state park ones.
The waterless ones.
When they're just a hole. Oh my God.
There was a podcast, another one.
Jesus.
that I listened to about a guy who was hiding in those things and taking pictures and got arrested. He would crawl down inside that hole.
Oh, what the fuck is wrong with him? Oh God.
Because they were connected. So you could crawl down into the men's hole and it's the same hole. So he didn't even have to go into the women's bathroom. He would crawl down through the hole and take pictures of people pooping. And of course, it's dark in there, so when the little flash goes off, people are like, "What the fuck?"
Oh, that's some desperate shit.
Oh my God, seriously.
Literally. How do you do that? Yeah. God bless.
Some people are just broken inside, right? We're all kind of broken inside, but I mean, come on.
They're broken.
Yeah, listen, I get what, the whole tick thing that makes people.
Please tell me you don't
not that
get
part.
any part of that.
No. I don't understand that one. I understand kinky sex and people wanting to do things that, maybe they're a little twisted this way. Some girls like to be spanked. Some guys, like to be stepped on or whatever. I've seen that one, the gigantus thing where they have women step on them and all that. But and I'm like, okay, I kind of understand that. And feet turn me off. However, I understand a foot fetish. I get it. Oh, okay. But when people start talking like pooping on each other and all that, I don't get it. I don't fucking care.
No.
It's not.
It's not Chuck Berry shit.
Yeah, that's not sexual to me. That's how can you get past the smell? How?
My shit don't stink.
Oh, maybe not. Maybe that's it. Maybe they're like, okay, this is your menu for a week. This will make it aromatic. You got to do like some kind of prep work. See, maybe I just need to delve into it a little bit more. Maybe there's this whole thing going on. I just don't get it. But I don't get it. No.
Me neither. It's disgusting.
But oh God, yeah, my buddy, guy I used to work with, he said his cousin, who was a lady, a girl, same age. We were in our 30s then, so she was close to that age. She might have been late 20s, but similar in age. And he said she got drunk at the family reunion and was telling her and her boyfriend were both there, and that's what they were into.
My kind of reunion.
Yeah. But that's what they were into, pooping on each other. And they told everybody. And I'm people, because, Brad, he was smart. So instead of like shaming them, he was like, oh, yeah, he just pretended to be interested so he could get the whole story out of them. Because if you start fucking shaming somebody right away, they're going to shut up and claim
You're
it.
gonna shut up.
Right.
Yeah.
He got the whole
But
story
that's
out of him.
exactly what I would want them to do.
Oh my God. I don't understand.
Just shut up. I don't want
understand.
to know about that.
I get horrified when I forget to flush. So I can't imagine leaving one lay around on purpose. Hey, baby.
You leave the bathroom and then you think, oh God, did I flush?
Well, I'm in a hurry sometimes. Sometimes I forget. I go straight from the potty to the shower, and sometimes I forget. It's just awful.
Nasty. You nasty fucker.
I couldn't imagine for 1 minute, like somebody be like, yeah, that's hot. Leave that in there for me. I want to stare at it. Wow. Look at the curves on that one.
I think this fits. I recently I recently had a conversation about, have you seen these houses that have double toilets in the same bathroom?
No. I saw the joke thing they did on Saturday Night Live where they did a his and hers, but I didn't know it was real.
Oh, it's real.
The fuck it's real. Here. I've seen twin sinks.
Nope, it's real.
Barkley and I have our own sink.
Nope, it's totally real.
Are they in the same, like...
They're facing each other.
Get the fuck out of here. Was one for pooping and one for peeing, maybe?
I don't think so. They're identical toilets.
So I can't... I can't get my mind wrapped around. Like, do you hold each other's hands and put your feet together so you help push, or what? You know, something stuck, you know? Put the bottom of your feet together, like, you shove each other. I don't know. I don't understand that one. Someone's going to have to explain that one to me. Whoever designed that, call me. Please call me and explain to me why you would want two toilets facing each other. There's got to be a benefit other than watching each other do the nasty. I don't know.
I've been through every single scenario possible, and it just none of it makes sense.
What would you call a blumpkin while somebody's pooping? The double blumpkin?
That's what a blumpkin is.
Yeah, but the other person too. If they're both pooping.
Oh.
The double blumpkin. Double blumpkin. What the fuck is wrong with people come up with names for shit like that?
I don't know. You were in chat oh gosh. It's been a long time ago, but we were in chat and we were coming up with, or not coming up with, but I was learning. They were teaching me, and I thank God that I don't remember shit. Oh, thank God. Because there was some nasty stuff flying around in that chat that night. And Blumpkin being one of them. And I why I remember that one, I don't know.
Because it's a great name.
Yeah, maybe that's what it is. But there was some other stuff that was just freaking nasty.
Yeah, Yeah. I've had to...
Nasty.
Well,
I don't remember I do not remember the name of
Waffle Stomp was one of them.
Oh, what the hell is that?
That's where you poop in the shower and then stomp it down the drain because it looks like a waffle.
And that's supposed to be...
No, that's just one of the Urban Dictionary things. It's not sexual, I don't think.
Okay.
Because I told Bailey, I said, I used to we weren't allowed to, when I worked for the Walmart thing, we weren't supposed to get fuel on the road. We had to get fuel at the depot at our own place. But they only had 2 showers there, and there was 103 drivers. Like, the fucking numbers don't work out. I don't care if you're in and out at the same time or not. The numbers never work out. It's gross. So I would get, every time I went out, I would get 50 gallons, just enough to fly under the radar so nobody would know. No one complained, and I never did get in trouble. But that's just enough to earn a shower credit at those truck stops. And you keep them on your card, and you can go to any of those Loves or whatever. That's usually where I stop, was Love truck stops. So I was explaining to Bailey how I did it. I'm like, so, I would use the shower to go shit because I didn't want to shit in public. So I would shit in the shower. And she was like, you pooped in the shower? I'm like, not in the shower.
In the shower.
However, the toilet in those things is in the shower.
Well, isn't the whole room
Yeah,
the
it's
shower?
all the same. Yeah, the whole room's a shower.
Yeah.
So it's technically in the in the shower. So yeah, kind of. I kind of shit in the shower, but not really.
You nasty fucker.
And she did instantly, like her face just like drooped because she thought I was like waffle stomping down this drain.
Squatting your ass over the drain.
No, I was not. But you poop, then you get a quick shower, and you're out of there. It worked out really good. Get me clean. Because you have to deal with people, especially when you're delivering groceries to Walmart. You don't want to smell like that.
Like shit?
Like you haven't showered in days, because that would happen. It would be days,
Oh.
I was lucky to get to stop twice a week.
Nasty.
It's bad.
You're nasty.
I hated being over the road. I cleaned myself with like baby wipes and that, and did the best I could. But man, because they ran your hours right out to the Walmart. You never got to go to you sleep at a truck stop. It never worked out, which was it had its benefits too. Because you didn't have people fucking with you, knocking on your door and all that bullshit. There's a lot of that There's a lot of that going on. It's as bad as you would think it would be. People can't exaggerate how awful it is to sleep at a big truck stop. The small ones, like the little mom and pop joints out in the middle of nowhere, those aren't bad. People generally don't beat on your door, try to sell you what you ain't buying. But the big truck stops in the bigger cities and that, yeah, fucking forget about it. It's terrible.
I would never stop at a truck stop in a bigger city.
Yeah,
I shouldn't say never. I shouldn't
female
say
drivers
never.
rarely stopped at those. Rarely.
I shouldn't say never because there are circumstances, of course, when you'll do just about anything. But I can't imagine that I would choose to do that.
Yeah, sometimes you got no choice. But when I worked for Walmart, they ran you out at the Walmarts. They ran your hours out at the Walmart. So you stayed at Walmarts. And most of them had a family bathroom, so you can go in there and take a whore bath. And it wasn't that bad. You at least got to brush your teeth in a bathroom and blah, 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 But not all of them did. A lot of times I would carry gallons of water in the truck. Mm-hmm. And I'd just brush my teeth in between my truck and my trailer. Because I don't want to gross anybody out and watch them, watch me brush my teeth.
Because that would be the worst thing ever. You took a shit in the shower. But don't watch me brush my teeth.
Well, I tried not to bother people, that's just how I am. I wanted to fly under the radar. I'd wake up, brush my teeth, and go.
I've never heard, don't watch me brush my teeth. It's gross.
Well, if you're going to Walmart to shop and you want to buy groceries, and there's the grocery truck sitting in the parking lot, and there's that guy brushing his teeth and, rinsing and spitting on the ground in between.
I, for one, would be thankful that the motherfucker is brushing his teeth.
Well, maybe. I think you're just saying that now. If you saw it out in public and you didn't know me, and be like, eh. It just seems really personal.
Well, I don't know. I think that maybe not everybody does, but I have like this huge respect and appreciation for truck drivers.
Well, I do after doing it. After doing it, I do. However, I have a kind of a hatred for some of them too. So
I don't like the ones that are all methed up. I'll tell you that.
Yeah, there's.
I have no respect for those fuckers.
It's I want to say 50-50, but that's way too generous. It's more like 25-75. The people that take care of themselves on the road versus the ones that don't.
Yeah.
Yeah. You go into a truck stop, it's pretty obvious.
Nasty.
I remember this guy, John. He worked for us at the truck stop. My mom was a truck stop manager. So I kind of had a heads up before driving about how some of this stuff worked. The truck stop part of it, anyway.
Oh, they made it glamorous, did they? Make you, oh,
No,
I want to do that.
no, they did not. Like I said, I kind of had a heads up on some of it. But John was a dishwasher for us, and he wasn't a truck driver, and he still didn't shower ever, ever. He would come in and he would get a cheeseburger before his shift, and he would sit there at the counter, and he smelled so fucking bad. No one would sit around him, and my mom was like, "He's washing our dishes, and he smells like that." I'm like, she fucking, you'd have to know my mom. She was like 4 foot nothing, 5'2", I think she was, but she was just tiny, but mean as fuck. She goes right up to him. She threw a towel at him. Bar soap, because we had showers. She goes, "You go back there and you take a fucking shower before you start your shift. You're not washing my dishes smelling like shit right in front of everybody." He was like, "Well, I mean," he went up and took a shower.
Yeah, I mean, what?
But I told Mom,
You gotta wonder though. You
gotta
wonder,
with
like,
nasty underwear.
he put them back on.
Yeah, he probably did. Oh, wow. Wow.
Maybe he didn't take them off. I don't know.
Maybe he didn't have any on to begin with.
That's a good possibility too.
But he ended up getting married to the cook, who was just about as gross as he was. She looked like, I'm not trying to body shame anybody, but she looked exactly like Miss Piggy. She had the turned up nose, blonde curly hair, but it was dirty. She was overweight, and she talked real fast like that. And John talked real slow. Yeah, they got married. Perfect. And they both ended up becoming truck drivers and going over the road together.
Like in the same truck?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. And they would come back through the truck stop. You can sleep while I
drive.
Yeah, that's what they were doing. That's what they do to teams.
Yeah.
That truck never stops moving.
That's crazy.
It is.
Like,
and I wanted no part
stop.
of that.
I'm sorry if I mean, not some nasty John, but if I was in the truck with my man, at some point that truck is stopping.
Right. But no, they
it's stopping.
Well, yeah, you got hours while you get loaded and unloaded sometimes. Gen 747 said that they do, and they do make good money. You can make $150,000-$200,000 a year teaming. As a team, you got to split it, of course, but depends on who you work for and what you're doing and all that, and where you're willing to go. And there's all kinds of opportunities out there for teams because there's not that many of them. But I wanted no part of that because I don't think it had nothing to do with the not stopping to break one off. That's a good part. It had to do with trying to sleep while somebody else was driving. I can't sleep in a car when it's moving. I can't do it. I'll get really tired while I'm driving, but
you get tired enough you can.
I'm telling you, as soon as I move, I'm up. Boop. I'll fall asleep and boop, my head will bounce, and I can't do it. I've tried. I just can't do it. I have trust issues. I don't trust anybody else driving. That's why I can't ride in her plane. That's why I can't ride on the back of a motorcycle or in the passenger seat of a car. I'm a terrible passenger. Barkley was making fun of me the other day. She's like, "I can hear you." Like she's driving. I'm going, yo. I can't do it. I'm a terrible passenger.
And yet you were making fun or whatever of me when you ran.
Because I'm an amazing driver. You're a terrible passenger.
The hell you are. You live there and you blew a stop sign.
Didn't blow it. We made that stop sign. We stopped. It just took a little bit of foot on the pedal.
My forehead imprint is still on your windshield. I guarantee it because God knows you don't clean the fucker.
No, I don't. Because I can see out of it. Why?
Yeah.
Why would I clean?
The hell you can. You couldn't see the big red stop sign.
I saw it. We stopped. Listen, if your head was under my steering wheel where it belonged, you would not have hit your head on the windshield.
You're so disgusting.
Yeah, that's me. Wayne would have been in the back seat cheering you on. You guys are
We don't want to discuss You don't discuss that.
Freaks. My driving is amazing. I don't want to put and said I drive terrible. She
You
rode the back
are.
seat.
Well, I did too.
When?
I was already sick.
Yeah, you were sick and twisted.
And then you tried to put me through the damn windshield.
It wasn't
Oh,
it was a good stop. It was perfect.
it was.
Perfect. We didn't break traction or nothing. And we stopped
You
before the stop sign and everything.
you fucking live there.
Well, there's
You
a
live
fucking
there.
tree in front of it. I forgot it was coming up. They need to trim those goddamn trees. That's bullshit. Come around a turn like that. Why would they have a stop sign there anyway? It's dumb.
Oh, because it's like, I don't know, an intersection?
But it wasn't. It was like an S curve and then there was a side road. Why? It's, you shouldn't have to stop for side roads. I'm sorry. Roswell's all fucked. Actually, I was Barn Hill, but Barn Hill.
Doesn't really matter. Doesn't really matter where it is. You fucking live there.
I don't live there.
Okay, you don't, maybe not there specifically,
Exactly.
but it is your general area. You knew where you were going. It
I
wasn't
can't wait
your
for you to
first
drive me
time.
around Portsmouth
It was
so I can be like, oh, why didn't you know that bump in the road was there? Or like the railroad tracks over at the Mexican restaurant that you could ramp. That's a dangerous fucking place right there.
Yeah, it is. Well, what about the train? Like the train
I know,
itself
they're
is like
right there.
right. I mean, it's how far would you say it is from like the building? Like, and
3
there's
feet.
nothing. Yeah, there's like nothing to keep you from.
It's so noisy. You can't even enjoy your good diet cock there. I'm trying to enjoy my cock and the fucking trains rumbling the fucking building.
Well, I can't hear anyway, and you were on my right side, so I couldn't. I mean, and you also fucking whisper.
Yeah, I do.
You do.
It's not like the radio me.
No. You is totally different than radio you.
Yeah.
But I mean, I think we're all kind of like that to a degree.
Probably.
Um, I could hear Alex.
Yeah, he takes after his grandpa, that's for sure.
They heard Alex outside on the train.
Yeah, they did. They did. They're like, hey, that's the same guy up in New Philadelphia.
I don't know that voice anywhere.
Yeah, his grandpa was the same way. You'd hear him way before you'd see him. Everybody knew when Pat was around. Loud talker.
Pats, all of them.
It wasn't even his real name. He had one of those mothers. His mother wanted to name him Patrick Michael. And his dad refused, named him Michael Hugh. So she called him Patrick anyway. And he was Pat for his whole life. You don't fuck with mom. Mom gets what she wants anyway, so you might as well just cave.
That's funny.
Yeah. So his big joke would be like, Michael was the guy who got in trouble in the newspaper, not me. Pat doesn't do anything wrong.
Good Pat.
Yeah, he only had like 17 DUIs. But he had them in the 60s and 70s when it wasn't a thing. Yeah.
Yeah.
It was a speeding ticket, basically. He quit getting them in the 80s when they started getting serious.
Yeah, I have mixed feelings about it.
About DUIs?
Oh, well, no, not about DUIs. I mean, I think DUIs are garbage.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, garbage in a good way. Like, I think they should get DUIs, but I think that there shouldn't be so many chances.
Yes. I mean, it's supposed to be a felony after 3, but they give them so many chances to
Well, I don't. Oh yeah, or they will reduce the charges to something else, and
it's about money for them.
My son-in-law. I mean, I don't know if I should air this, but anyway, my son-in-law had way too many DUIs. That motherfucker should have went to prison.
Mm-hmm. Surprised he didn't if he had more than 3.
Well, he did. I think he had. I think he had 5 when he met Lexi.
Mm. Yeah, my
And they
best
can
friend from high
and
school,
they
same thing.
continued. And they continued. And I mean, insurance, their
Yeah,
auto insurance,
can't
oh
even.
god.
They have to
Their
be
their
bonded.
insurance their insurance broke. Like they can't they can't afford the house payment because we got to pay our insurance. It's
Hmm.
just it's ridiculous. But there should you should never be able to accumulate that many DUIs.
We live in a free society, which protects the individual's freedoms, and I agree to that. With that, I think that's how it should be. I don't think we should have groupthink or group collective anything. I think we should have everything based on individual rights and freedoms.
I agree.
Until your freedom and your fun encroaches on everybody else.
Somebody exactly.
Then
I
I think we don't go far enough. I think not your son-in-law, but I think they should have cut one of his fingers off with a pair of fucking pliers.
oh that would
You
have been all right
start with
with
a
me.
pinky, so he can still work, but be like, okay, you get another one, and it's the thumb next time, and then you can't jack off anymore. Then that shit will stop. Maybe I shouldn't be in charge of things,
Well, I don't know. I don't think you're all that wrong.
but it would work.
It would.
It would absolutely work.
If there's a punishment that is worthy of the crime, people will.
On it. Seriously though, and I'm joking, obviously, but public shaming, I think, is the only way to do it. The plates are kind of good, but I think you should go further. I think you should have to wear a fucking like a certain hat or a T-shirt everywhere you go. Of course, then people would just turn it into something cool, like they call them the party plates, in Ohio.
The scarlet letter.
Yeah, something to publicly shame them. Maybe they should have to walk around naked. I don't know. Wear a butt plug that glows. I don't know. Something. They should take each individual and find out what makes them ashamed and then do that.
That reminds me of an episode of Black Mirror. Have you ever watched that?
No, I have not. I don't even know what it is.
Oh, it's a television show. I don't know. It's on Netflix. I don't know. It's on one of the streaming platforms, and that's the only place I've ever seen it. But anyway, um, they're stories that just they trick your mind. There are
Yeah.
things that are yeah, yeah, and there's an episode of Black Mirror that is something like that. Um, and I don't remember enough details to even talk about it, but it is something about
We're talking like
the
Outer Limits kind of stuff,
I
Twilight
don't know, I've
Zone
never
kind of
seen that.
stuff, or
Yeah, I mean, yeah, kinda. Yeah.
the
I
Outer
love
Limits were
Twilight.
like a kitschy version of Twilight Zone.
I like the Twilight Zone. I was really young when I watched it,
Yeah.
but I did like it. So, but anyway, Black Mirror is it's yeah, it's probably similar to that. It's just things that you watch it and you don't really get what's going on until you get to the very end of it, and you're like, oh
Yeah, okay.
shit.
That would probably be right up my alley. I hate committing to series because
Oh, these are individual. It's a series, but they're not related.
well, then it would
Like
be right up my alley.
yeah, one has nothing. One has nothing to do with the last.
I watched a
They're not.
brutal ass movie last night. It's called Bone Tomahawk. Have you seen it? Kurt Russell.
Really.
Oh my
Really?
God.
Does that even sound like a movie that I would say?
No, but
Man, I think that I'm going to watch this new movie or old movie or whatever. Bone Tomahawk. I mean, that sounds just like something I would be interested in.
It's about this Indian tribe that they're not even a tribe. They're like a small gang. They're cave dwellers, and they don't have any language, and they're brutal, and they're cannibals. Yeah, you need to watch it.
Yeah.
I was like,
yeah.
I don't get creeped out by movies. I love scary movies, so I don't get creeped out by them. I enjoy them. This one was fucking creepy, man. I was like a couple points in the movie towards the end. I was like kind of gripping my chair a little bit. I was like, holy shit.
Because it's just
No, it was bad.
Graphic?
It was very graphic, and it was bad. Bad.
I don't think I'll be watching that.
No, but you're not the only one listening to me, so. Blah, blah,
Yeah,
blah.
but you were talking to me.
Yes, that's how this show works. Maybe you didn't
What?
catch on all these times, all these episodes.
I don't get it.
We talk to each other for the benefit of others and for the benefit of mankind in general, because life and the earth
I
could
don't
not
know
go
that
on without our show.
I don't know that anyone is actually benefiting from our
Oh,
conversations.
yeah. The whole world, entire
The whole
societies,
the whole world.
entire societies have sprung up because of what happens on Morning Bull. Anyhow.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, Morning Bull caused Puddin' and Pat to spill some seed last night. So that's like a whole little society if you want to break it down. All the little knuckle babies that, you know.
They
Just
totally banged. They totally banged at that concert.
I bet they were playing handsy footsie in the Uber on the way back too.
I bet they were. Tisha was.
They both had a cigarette hanging out the corner of their mouth. Yeah.
You know they did.
We did not.
You know they did. Hey, are we going to give away some money this morning?
Yeah, we should do that. I want to know what movie. I'm going to guess it's The Exorcist. That's Sinister. That's a pretty good one too. It didn't bother me. Like I didn't lose sleep over it. You know the one. Let me get this out real quick, and then we'll give money away. The one horror movie that actually like bothered me, and it was only while I was watching. I was still able to sleep. I never lost sleep over a movie ever. But it was Falling, Denzel Washington. Yep, and it's just like music for those movies. It's if you're in the right mood and the house is dark and there's nobody else around. Yeah, that's the perfect time to watch that stuff. Do you want to spin?
It doesn't matter. I've got it pulled up if we're ready to run.
I'm ready to run. I just want to get that out. I can't not get shit out of my head.
But for a minute, I don't like horror movies.
No.
I don't like them. For the most part, I just think that they're just so non-believable.
They are.
Okay, but there was one that and it terrified me. But again, it's what you said. The circumstances were just right when I watched it, and it was bad. But it was The Grudge.
Yeah, that one didn't get me at all. But yeah, again, I watched it with somebody else, and you know, it just wasn't that. It was good. I thought it was one of the better ones at the time.
I think what got me was like the noises that were made that were like, I could make those noises.
The Ring was like that too. It's very similar. I thought they were basically the same movie.
You can't hear that, can you?
Yeah. What is it? What is it?
It's the sound from The Grudge.
Oh yeah. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, I can hear it. I forgot about that.
Yeah. And I mean, so then, you know, it just like freaked me out. I'm like, oh my, I don't know. It's just, I didn't like it. I didn't like it at all. And I was scared I had to pee, and I was terrified to go to the bathroom by myself.
Could you imagine?
In my house.
If you're taking a dump and all of a sudden your butt just goes. No.
All right, I'm spinning.
The Grudge Blumpkin.
I'm spinning.
All right, you got her tuned into 183?
Yes, I do.
Okay, if you haven't played before, there are some new people in chat, Gen 747. You have to go back up to the tag all list and find your name on that list. That is your number. If your number comes up, your number is 122, Jen. You're right below me. It changes every time we do that. Every time we do a tag all, you get a new number. I don't know why it does that, but it does it. That's how this game got spawned. But we are up to $40 of Amazon money right now, and that is what you'll get if your number comes up and you are in chat listening to the show. So, shut up! You didn't spin your number again.
No, I didn't. The number is 31.
Let's go way back.
31.
Oh, that is somebody we know.
And not only that, she was here like 10 minutes ago.
I know, but she never listens.
I know.
Yep, right there she was. I've never seen a toilet like that before. Sylvia, if you were listening, type in, hi, Bon. What did she call me? Long John? Long Johnson? Whatever.
Long Bonson. I don't remember exactly what it is.
Long Bon Johnson, something like that. It has nothing to do with my penis. It's to do with the Long John donuts. Sylvia's a very innocent person. Don't be getting all pervy with her. She's a sweet little girl, lady. I don't know, how old is she?
I think I saw in chat. She said she was born in
96. You're right. I did remember seeing that now. I can't do math, so.
Yeah. Well, that makes her 2 years younger than my Kim, so 28.
Yeah, she's closing in on 30. Damn.
Yep.
She seems like a child to me, but I guess that kind of is. To me. My son's 33. So is my girlfriend, so. That was an accident. Didn't have it on purpose. I tripped and fell into that hole. Why don't I get a cool name like Cougar?
You're just a creepy old fucker.
That's right. I get creep. I get a cool name.
Creepy old fucker.
We talked about that when we first started dating. I was like, man, I don't know about this. I said, because it was a long time coming. We were friends for several years before we even considered that. But after we did consider it, I was like, I don't know. I said, what do you think people are going to think? She's like, I don't know. I don't care. I'm like, well, I don't care either, I guess. But
I don't care.
But for some reason, we started looking up like what they call people that do that. And, cradle robber was one of them. Cradle robber,
creepy old fuckers.
Yeah, I'm like, but what do they call you people on your end? She's like, I don't know. I never thought about it. So we looked it up, and the first one that came up was grave robber. So, yeah, she's a grave robber. That's fucking disturbing.
Oh.
Whatever. Whatever. Life's fucking weird. You never know where the fuck it's going to take you tomorrow. Well, we tried to give Sylvia $40.
I know. I wanted her to get it.
Well, there's 2 more chances yet this week.
There are.
There are. We got tomorrow night with me on Bonfire.
Mm-hmm.
We've got Friday morning with us again on Morning Bull. And normally we would do it on Saturday. Actually, I don't think I've ever done it or Wheatley ever done it on Saturdays.
Actually, I think he did because I think that's when Tisha won.
Was it?
I think so. Tisha, did you? I think she did. I think she won with Wheatley.
But there is no Wheatley this week, so don't ignore that because I'll be
tentative.
I'll be back. We'll have a regular show. I'll be back by then. Since we're doing it on Friday at your place, then Saturday I'll leave Saturday morning. Yeah, I'll be home. I don't know if I'll be homeless by the time I get back. Excuse me, but I'll be here to do the show. We're almost out, man. That was a quick hour. That was a quick hour.
You were late.
I was late, so we should go a couple minutes over. I started at 9:02, I think. Well, I can look at the clock and see. Where the hell's my mouse cursor? There it is. Yeah, we still got a minute and a half.
Oh my gosh. I don't know how to fill that time.
Well, we haven't even talked about the upcoming shows. We got Friday night. This week is Tisha putting on the mix at 8 p.m. Eastern. At 11, we have Sethy Spice doing the Elastic Glam, one of our syndicated podcasts. It's glam music if you've never listened to it. He's got some pretty cool tunes. Saturday night, Wheatley White will be doing...
You're going the wrong direction.
Saturday Night James, huh?
You're going the wrong direction.
Why?
Because it's Wednesday.
Oh, what happens on Wednesdays?
Tonight we have Buck Wild.
We do.
Yes.
What's that?
It's the banging country show here on WBAM.
There's always a lot of banging on Wednesday nights. Usually at the Pink Floyd show, but this week it'll be on. This week it'll be on Buck Wild with Jen. Jen is back doing Buck Wild tonight.
One night only.
So don't forget to get your country music to her. Hurry, 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 because I'm sure she hasn't done the show yet.
Oh, hell no.
I haven't done mine either. I haven't done any of my syndicated stuff.
Yours is tomorrow. And mine is like here in a few hours.
I got to leave here today and go to the dentist.
The one that doesn't like you.
Yeah, the hygienist who doesn't like me. And it's sad because she looks just like Penny Beasley. However, she doesn't like me. Penny at least tolerates me.
No, she doesn't like you either.
Probably not. She's good at faking it. Barkley's good at faking it too. As it should be. God damn it.
No, it's as disturbing as it is. She genuinely likes you. I can just see it all over her face. She genuinely likes you.
Yeah.
I don't get it. I don't understand
Nobody
it.
does. I don't get it either.
Nobody actually likes you.
I don't get it either.
But she does.
Yeah. Well, she is a hater, so it kind of makes sense. It would definitely, if you're a hater, you would lean towards something that, that's annoying. I'm definitely one of those. All right. We tried to give some money away. We got the shows all talked about. Is there anything I'm missing?
I don't reckon
either. Tune in tonight and listen to my beautiful partner, Jen, doing Buck Wild tonight at 8 p.m. Eastern. Don't miss it. Get your songs into her. You still have time.
Believe me, you still have time.
Yep. Bring up to about 5 minutes. Actually, during your show, you can probably sneak them in because she does it like I do it now. So
yeah, I do it like you do it. Yeah.
So you can sneak them right in there.
It gets me a little flustered when I have to switch between screens and try to figure out. I get a little bit. Oh God, I don't know where this is, and
when I have to switch rooms.
Yeah,
I play you know exactly what I'm saying.
I do, and I get a little bit frazzled, I guess, at times, but.
That's why I play 2 songs at a time. That way.
Oh, I typically do too.
Yeah, that's the only way to do it.
But you know ahead of time, like you announce ahead of time what you're playing. Mm-hmm. I don't fucking know. Like I know what I'm going to play next, but after that, who knows?
Yeah.
Who knows?
Well, Vajana doesn't on the Monday night show. She only announces the one. The second song, she doesn't know what's going to come up. Usually.
Yeah. That's how I do it. I don't know. I mean. Used to when I actually downloaded, I mean, I had a playlist. I knew exactly how long that show was going to take me, give or take, depending on how long I talked.
Right.
Sometimes I'm a talker and sometimes I'm not. But so give or take a few minutes. I had I had the playlist and I knew exactly how long that show was going to take. And now I don't do it that way, and I'm just and I don't do a show regularly either. So I'm even a little more flustered because I'm unfamiliar with it each time I sit down to do one.
Right. I don't ever get
Pay attention to me. I am talking.
I don't get flustered. I am paying attention to you.
You are not. I don't know what you're looking at, but it
my
ain't
live
me.
Cam.
Oh.
For the front door. Dogs were barking. Let's see if anyone was out there. Sorry.
All right.
What are you talking about?
Yeah, that's what I thought.
I get flustered too. It's hard. It's hard to bounce back and forth.
It is. It's very difficult because you've got not only do you have multiple rooms open, you also have multiple apps that you are using simultaneously. It's very. And sometimes it's like, no, why did that app pop up? And I'm like, I go stupid for a second and don't know how to close it.
My brain,
or I close it completely and not just minimize it. Like I just get dumb.
My brain needs that extra stimulation. When you're running the show and I'm just sitting here, I don't do as well. I don't know why, but when I got all that shit going on, it just makes me better. It's just how I do it. And I feel more comfortable doing with all that shit going on. I feel like it's like game on, blah, blah, blah. When you're doing it, my brain wanders. It just fucking wanders off.
Well, I don't do well. I need to just sit here and talk.
Yeah. See, that's why we're a great team. Because we're the opposite on some things.
Yeah.
Yep. And we'll be a great team on Friday again.
I'm excited.
Mm-hmm. Because I'm leaving right after that. So you better not be getting sick.
I'm okay. I think my throat's even feeling some better. I think I just maybe snored too hard. I took a Claritin yesterday, and I hadn't had any for a week or so.
Yeah.
And I think it just caused all that gook to just finally drain.
It's allergies, too. I'm snotty as hell the last 2 days.
Well, I have this
from
nasty...
mowing,
I have nasty post-nasal drip, and the Claritin keeps it cleared out. But again, I hadn't taken it for a week or so. So I think it finally just, it's just draining. And
it's just bad right now, too.
Listen, you're not just going to make this a general problem. This is my problem.
Because I have it,
No,
too.
it is about me.
Mm-hmm.
Me.
Mm-hmm. All right, let's get the hell out of here.
All right.
I got shit to do. I gotta go floss. Again.
We only do dental care before we go to the dentist.
Yes, that's how it works. Like, did you floss? Do you? Yes, of course. Right before I came here.
Can't you tell?
Well,
not a speck of anything.
There's an adversarial relationship with that lady now, and she pissed me off. So in between my last visit and this visit, I have flossed every day. And if that bitch don't notice, I'm never flossing again. I'm just saying. It was like game on. The war was on. I have flossed every day and I'm not missing.
I know that it's an important part of dental hygiene. I only floss when I have something stuck in my teeth.
Yeah, that's generally.
It's just
after chicken wings.
Chicken wings.
You got to floss after chicken wings. All right, WBA. Thank you for tuning into this very important, very interesting, very informational morning show. Informative. That's what we are. This is
educational, even.
Educational. This is what not to do. All right, WBAM. Thank you for tuning in. We will be back Friday morning at 9 a.m. So peace and love, WBAM. Peace and love.
Mucho love.